All right, you guys, and I'm trying to see if you guys can hear me. This thing working? Hello. So let me see if you guys can hear me. Right, you guys, and I'm trying to see if you guys can hear me. Okay. All right. So you guys, there we go. So you guys can hear me. So you guys, I am very, very excited. The interface here is a little different. So I'm trying to make sure I get everything together. You guys, like I said, every time I come on here, I'm going to tell you guys one of two things. And most of the time, it's two things you need to know. What are they? Something you need to know or something you need to grow. Okay. And you guys, today I am very, 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 very excited about two things. We have our ambassador program coming from On Stage Plus, which I'm going to be back later to talk to you guys about that. How you can potentially be an owner in On Stage Plus television. Yeah, you heard that right. Like I said, we dropping stuff in you guys because right now it's more important than ever that you have ownership in something because working for somebody is not guaranteed, and we all know that when you work for somebody, you're at the whims of that person. They don't think you're helping their bottom line, they let you go, and now you're out there going, what do I do? If you have ownership in something, that's when you can call the shots and you can decide your own destiny. So to that end, I'm also talking about this right here, the Animal Medics Academy. Now some of you guys may not know, probably over 20 years or so, my wife and I started a company called AMERS, AMERS, and that stood for Animal Medical Emergency Response System. And we built it from one ambulance that we got from a friend of ours who loaned us the money to seven ambulance units. And then we became a victim of our own success because when you have seven ambulance units and people think you're a pet ambulance, which we were, and you're getting 10 to 12 calls an hour, some people are not going to get their calls answered, and it started to work against us. And so we have mitigated that now, and I'll tell you what this is all about. And going back to that, one of the issues was we couldn't be all things to all people. We were getting calls from Sacramento to San Jose. And y'all know if you're in the Bay Area, you know how to wide distance that is. Our response times, we couldn't, of course, go code three through a light. God forbid we kill a human while we're trying to get a pet to the hospital, right? So setting expectations, there's a lot of things we didn't know, and plus we didn't have a television network where we could broadcast commercials, where we could do advertisements, where we could promote different services. We didn't have a community where we could have pet parents come in, meet other pet parents, talk with veterinary professionals, grow, and be able to be heard. And if they have any questions, be able to get responses, and things like that. We didn't have that then, but guess what? We have it now. So, guys, I actually had made determination that I had kind of sunsetted the system because I was like, I want to make sure we can provide the services that need to be provided. We were the first ones to try to do live streaming inside the ambulance so that the vet hospital could see what was going on as well as the pet parent. This, now, let me tell you, I'm dating myself here. This was before 3G. This was before 3G. It was, we had literally just gotten in this DSL wireless was coming on board some things, but it wasn't capable. Now, you guys, we got 5G, 6G, 8G, whatever. So now the technology has caught up with where we need to be. And you guys, we're coming back because we looked at the need. The need is still there. We did research over the past 3 months to see, is this a viable business? Is it something people need? That is two things. Will it be a viable business? And is it something that's going to serve the public benefit? And it is. So, you guys, I'm very, very excited. As you guys can tell, I'm a pet lover. I was raised with pets all my life. And, this is something that was really close to my mom as well. She was a pet lover when she was here. My wife and I, we are pet lovers. We got three of them here, right, on the property. So, one of the things that I really wanted to do was to make sure we were doing it right. So, you guys, without further ado, I'm so proud to introduce the Animal Medics Academy. Now, you guys, you may be wondering, okay, Dave, what's that, a training thing? Yes, it is. So, in June, we are launching Animal Medics, the ambulance service. Now, we're going to be doing it a little different this time. It is membership based. So that way we know who the clients are. We know we might take calls from random calls depending on our membership workload. But by making this membership based, it's going to help us to be able to provide a more cohesive, more complete ecosystem around our members. And we are going to be launching this in the Bay Area, and I say Northern California, in the Sacramento, Lake, and Yolo counties. Before we were in Alameda, San Francisco, and Contra Costa counties, and we did some San Jose. But there is other companies there that we are going to partner with because what I've learned, you don't need to do everything to serve everybody. So there are companies already there we're talking to that we are going to um, contract with. So there's a call there. We're going to dispatch it to them. They're going to handle it. We don't need to have units in that area. So we're going to handle, like I said, Lake County, Sacramento County, and Yolo County, right? For now, those are the three that Animal Meidcs proper will be in starting in June. We have a Animal Meidcs Academy, you guys. We're training because when I went to school, I went to Carrington College and I went through the RVT program. And one of the things I learned after paying $34,000 in tuition was that in order to orchestrate, because my background, of course, is business and marketing, I didn't need to become a veterinary technician to facilitate that. My wife's background is in finance, right? And so we didn't need to go through there. I mean, my background, of course, is I've done a lot. So I've done emergency medicine. I've worked as an EMT. I worked as a paramedic. And so I know from the field perspective what's required. I know now from the hospital perspective, from a technician, what they do. So we have merged those two and provided the best services. So in the Animal Meidcs Academy, we're going to be providing four, there's also five, but let's just talk about four, okay? There is the ART, the Animal Response Technician. This is a technician that is trained to work on the ambulance. Now, if you are a veterinary assistant already, if you're an RVT already, you are more than welcome to come into the course. If you just love animals and you want to get into this profession, that is really AI, I want to say, proof. Because one thing we know AI cannot do is there are not robots on the streets providing these services. This requires a human touch, a human interface. So we are going to provide that service, and that's what ARTs are going to do. We're going to train you on how to work in the field. We're going to train you on how to work fast under pressure. We're going to train you on how to work customer service. We're going to train you in situational awareness, as well as the givens, the first aid, advanced first aid, pet CPR, pet handling, restraint, all those kind of things. The next is the DOA technician. That's, of course, deceased on arrival. That's when, you get a call 1 a.m, my pet has passed away. I would like the body picked up. Elderly people, they tend to have these really big dogs, right? And so who's going to do that? Animal Services doesn't do that. They're not going to come out at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning and take your pet. I was just talking to one of the officers here earlier, and he was like, well, we only provide the service from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then you got to bring the pet down to us. We don't come pick it up, right? So for pet parents and pet owners and who are looking for that service, we're going to be providing that service. And the DOA technician is going to learn how to carry, how to transfer the body with dignity. They're going to learn about biohazards. They're going to learn about time of death, how to approximate time of death. They're going to learn a bunch of different things that are going to go along with that particular skill set. Okay. And then we have, of course, the CHI, which is the Certified Humane Investigator. And upon graduating the course and passing your exams, you'll get a badge like this. And this is it says agent, has the number, Animal Meidcs, and it's Humane Investigator. And of course, state of California here, because that's where they be working in. And what happens, humane investigator is not like a pet detective, right? We've all seen Ace Ventura years ago. Humane investigator works with three different groups: law enforcement, district attorney, and possibly the family of the pet to find out how the pet died, if there was any kind of cruelty or abuse. Primarily, when a humane investigator gets caught in, it's because there was animal cruelty, and law enforcement does not have enough resources to have someone come out and investigate that. So, and I've actually done a few investigations years ago where we came and we actually looked, we took pictures, we documented, we asked the neighbors about things, we got all the information together, and then we submitted that information to the district attorney, and it was up to the district attorney to follow up. We also gave the information to the families so they would have closure and understand the details that were gathered around their pet's death. So that's a certified humane investigator. And then, of course, we have the emergency dispatch. So those are people that would actually take the calls um, 24 hours a day. And of course, they'd be like, okay, they would dispatch whether it's animal medics, whether they're dispatching a DOA technician, whether they're dispatching a humane investigator, or whether they're dispatching a contracted company for a call. They're going to do that. They're going to be trained in how to work with people, how to provide pet CPR instructions over the phone. They're going to be trained in how to de-escalate situations when the pet parent is really stressed and worried, and letting them know help is on the way, and things like that. And I'm just going to go back to the CHI here. Let me just show you guys this because I thought this was so. I think this is so amazing. We've got the the CHI here. Okay, let me just get this one off the screen. Okay, the certified humane investigator is a 12-week course where you're going to learn veterinary forensics, how to secure the golden hour as far as for right after something happens to make sure you don't disturb the chain of custody. You're going to learn how to work with law enforcement. You're going to learn how to do all these different things as a certified humane investigator. And it's, like I said, it's a 12-week course, but there's just so much more that you're going to learn in this program that I can't even touch on all of it. But it's really, really cool because I think this is something that has been needed for a while. And we have, of course, our animal response techs. As I said, they're the ones that are going to be working in the ambulance. We have our DOA techs, and the deceased pet techs are going to learn biohazard. They're going to learn proper care, removal of remains. They're going to learn how to identify approximate time of death. So that kind of crosses over to the CHI agent course as well. But the DOA tech, I think, is like 6 weeks. I believe 6 weeks. The ART is 12 weeks. And I think, what did we say was the other course? This one is 12 weeks for the certified human. The ART is 14 weeks, excuse me. The CHI is 12 weeks, and the DOA tech is about 6 or 9 weeks. And the dispatcher, I believe that one is 4 weeks to learn how to do the dispatching. That's 4 weeks. Those are all courses that are going to be offered in the Animal Meidcs Academy. You guys, look, let me tell you, scan this QR code, you guys, get information on how to sign up. Now, this does not obligate you in any way, but it can get information. If you don't have a phone, you can't scan this, look at your thing, you're like, David, I can't scan from my phone. I'm looking at my phone. Just DM me. You can put in the comments, Animal Meidcs, or you can DM me. I will send you the link because here's something else, guys. Here's something else. Let me show you this. I am so, so excited. We have 5 spots for sponsorship. So we have 5. We have a very generous contributor that just paid for 5 sponsor slots. So whether you want to be a DOA technician, an ART first responder, CHI, a special agent, or emergency dispatcher, the tuition for the first 5 people we're going to have a lottery system. But you got to be in it to win it. You got to go on. You got to go on, and you've got to apply in order to be considered in the lottery. Remember, these courses are going to start in May. And also, the good thing about it, you guys, is it is online. Okay, it's online, which is incredible because when you look at stuff that, like, what? I could totally do this from my leisure, Absolutely, you can do it from your phone, your tablet, your computer, at your pace, so you can work online and be able to do whatever it is you want to do. Okay, I don't know how many times I can stress, or I've had people go, "Well, I have a regular job. I want to do this. I want to make a difference. I want to change careers. I'm tired of what I'm doing. I'm not fulfilled. I'm not happy." I got you. I got you. I think we've all been there, but you want to basically make sure that you are in a situation to where you can say, "This is where I want to be. This is what I want to do," and you will not be in that situation if you cannot get in the rooms. Basically, you can't get in the rooms. I am so excited to be able to offer this to you guys, and I'm trying to show you guys this. I want to show you guys. Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay, here we go. This, you guys, is the website, Animal Medics, right? This is our website. This is so cool. So if you go to academy.animalmedics.org, you can get to the website. You can sign up, okay? And we're gonna have the slot in your. When's the slot gonna be on there? The slot should be on there in an hour or so, where you can actually sign up and trying to get, not sign up for the course, but really get your spot. Put your name in there because you're like, look, I want to try and get my spot in there um, because I want to go to the academy. You guys, this is an online course unlike any other. It is incredible. It is AI proof. It is fulfillment when I tell you of the thousands of pets that we have transported over the years. Um, those that know me know we sent ambulances down to the California wildfires in Southern California years ago. We actually sent two ambulance crews from the Bay Area to Hurricane Katrina. In the wake of Hurricane Katrina, we were down there for about 2 weeks. We sent a critical care unit, an emergency response unit. We'd get up every morning at around 6 a.m., go into New Orleans, search for pets, do body recovery, bring them back to LSU. We were stationed at the fairgrounds out there, bring them back to Louisiana State University, where they had their veterinarians were doing surgeries. One of our units were actually used on site by VMAT, which is the Veterinary Medical Assistance Team. That's the veterinary arm of the federal government. They were like, "This is great. We got nothing like this." It was incredible. So we provided so much value. We provided so much value. Yes, that it was just incredible. It was just incredible. So you guys, if you are interested in joining and working in the emergency veterinary field, join the Animal Medics Academy. It is the leader in pre-hospital emergency veterinary training. I guarantee you're going to get years of experience from veterinary technicians, from people that have worked in this field, unlike any other. I'm telling you, you definitely want to be here and you want to be basically around and in this because you're going to feel fulfilled. I know we all do things right now and we need to pay the bills. And this is another thing. When I talk about recession proof, you guys, we looked at the job indicators and the growth was from 9 to 15% over the next 10 years. Now, even 9 to 15, that's not much, but when I tell you it's a growing market, when right now, just in California alone, it was 30 billion, it's projected to be by 2030 over 78 billion just in California in animal related services. Let that sink in. Okay. One thing I do know for sure is that people who have service animal, therapy animals, companion animals, pet parents, they're going to take care of their pets. Somebody needs to be there to provide that service. It should be you. It should be you. So go on, you guys. Join. This is the badge you also get once you're enrolled. You can put in your profile, let people know, hey, I'm a student. I'm studying at the uh, Animal Medics Academy. And then when you graduate, you become a graduate. You get another one that says graduate, and you become alumni. And then you get access to all the courses because it's going to be CEUs and things. You're going to be wanting to do every year to keep on breast and everything. And also, we help you promote and help you put your stuff out there to promote yourself so you can get a job. Yes, you guys, as you can see, I get out of breath just talking about all the benefits of this program. I'm so excited, you guys. Once again, these courses start in May. You guys, it is March 16th. Do not miss this opportunity. Don't be one of those people that's like, I really wish I had done it. Man, I knew I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Don't be one of those. How many times have you seen or met people who like their whole life is like they shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay. So once again, you guys, make sure that you text and put in DM Animal Medics. You can put Academy, CHI, ART, whatever you want. Any of those things, I will send you the link so you guys can apply to be one of the 5 sponsored slots. And I'm telling you, this is a way to really get in and really start the future you want, because not only can you start your own business doing this, and we're going to talk about that later as well, but you can also work for some of the best companies in the country doing this. And it's a market that is only growing. Okay, so I just wanted to get on here, you guys, and give you guys that information. I'm very excited about it. Once again, it launches in May. Get on board now. You don't want to miss this. Okay, have a great day, you guys, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye now.